What is that? Blonde ale?
Yeah, it does not taste good.
Hey, your face! Look at his face! He's like, that is some shitty beer. You gotta taste it again on the camera. So you can make that face.
It's the worst ale I've ever tried in my entire life.
Alright, quiet.
Well, all right, folks. It's that time of the week again. Time for your Kentucky Hot Brown Boys podcast. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor. We are coming to you live, totally not pre-recorded, 100% live.
And freshly shaven.
And freshly shaven, yes. I did have the whole beard thing rocking, and then I was like, no. I did get my driver's license picture redone while I had the massive beard thing. Here, I'll show you guys.
You had the bald head, and then but you left the massive beard.
Yeah.
I see it.
But then you were like,
how good you guys can see that.
you look like a convict.
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome. Let me see.
Serial murderer.
What was really funny about this?
Holy shit, dude! You do that's awesome.
I know.
Like Jerry Lee Saylor. You got to have like the third
middle name.
When you're
Yeah.
a serial killer.
What day was that? Saturday when I did that? Yeah, it was Saturday. And we were, me and Dusty B were hanging out, and he was like, "Dude, you look like a fucking white supremacist."
You do. You look.
I was like, "No, lots of people rock
full Trumpolo."
I was like, "No, lots of people have this kind of haircut
and the bad motherfucker wallet.
Yeah." So we got Domino's or some shit.
Oh yes.
We went up to the store, and we got drinks and shit, and we walk in, we get the drinks, and there's a dude in there, big dude. Walking around with a handful
stocking
of
a
shit.
shelf.
Well, is that what he was doing?
Yeah, he was stocking a shelf.
And he had, the big-ass beard rocking and shaved head. And I was like, see, he's all right. We start walking towards the register, and we're, like, behind him. On the back of his legs, he's got white power.
Yeah.
Dusty just looked at me, and I was like, fuck you, man. Next day, I was like, gone.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I think I shaved it on, like, Monday night.
It was funny because I was like, I was getting ready to say it. I was like, like in the process, like, did you sit? And he was like, yeah, I saw it. And I was like, I'm glad we're on that same wavelength, man. It was funny.
It was like when I went to that McConnell thing. That guy had the Trump shirt on.
Right.
And he just looked like, you're like, this fucking guy. And then, like, he's like, it got hot. He's like, oh, it's hot. He peeled it off the Trump shirt underneath. Fucking Aryan Brotherhood t-shirt.
Oh, shit.
And just said,
I thought,
it's like,
I thought you were going to say you had a Hatchet Man tattoo.
Well, that was next. I'm sure he had a Hatchet Man tattoo underneath the Aryan Brotherhood shirt.
he may very well have. But yeah, in addition to me, you guys know who I am. This guy right here.
Hey.
He is my right-hand man, and he sits on my left side. He's a leftward sloping Dusty B.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Explain to everybody why we call you leftward sloping Dusty B.
Because my dick slopes to the left, and it really does.
From masturbating.
I guess I'm just I'm a righty. I don't switch hit enough. So
you need to switch hit, man.
Hey,
it'll straighten out.
Guy told me vitamin E helps that.
Keep that camera on you and taste that shitty beer again.
Oh, dude, this is so bad.
You should have seen his face.
Like, this is probably.
He was like, "This is the worst beer I've ever tasted," but his face was like.
Yeah, like I'm drinking. I'm drinking an IPA right now, and it's pretty fucking good. And IPAs are pretty bitter. Well, this is a blonde ale, and it tastes like dog shit.
Take a drink of it.
And I ain't gonna say the company because the people I work for distribute it, so I ain't gonna say it. And they're a local brand, but it's.
Watch his face.
It's pretty fucking bad.
Watch his face.
Yeah, it's not good.
Here,
try it.
I would say, let me try it.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink beer.
It's bad.
I don't drink beer at all.
I like blonde ales, and I like ales. That is probably the worst blonde ale I've ever had in my entire life. It's bad.
We need to contact this company and be like, look, we won't talk shit about you.
Yeah.
You didn't make the face, though.
Dude, the first
saw it.
Don't worry.
I wasn't expecting that taste.
I know. The face in your face was like, it was classic.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 100% honest reaction right here.
He don't drink beer.
Just tastes like fucking
It's bad.
nasty beer.
Well, this is close to the end of the can on that.
Oh, the aftertaste.
The aftertaste.
Oh.
You want to try, Bruce?
Hell no.
Oh, that's gross.
The aftertaste.
First of all, I don't
bad.
drink anymore, really.
That's right.
No, this is your good beer.
No, that's an IPA.
You don't want to wake the beast. Like, if I had a
See, it's a
sip
little
of
hoppy,
it.
more piney.
Oh God.
Really? I thought that was better.
See, I don't
You
like
think
hot
that
beers
shit's
anyway.
better than
yeah,
that
this
shit?
is way better. Yeah. For an ale, that's pretty bad.
I gotta get that fucking taste out of my mouth.
For an ale, that's pretty bad.
Ugh. They're both pretty fucking horrible. That one's
I don't
got
those-
grapefruit or
I
something.
don't like
in
those
it.
hoppy ass beers.
Ugh.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
now
this is
there's
hoppy.
like putting.
I never used to
Ugh.
drink hoppy beers, and I started working where I work, and I'm like, these are fucking good now.
Oh
I crave hoppy
God.
beers now.
Whatever. You're gonna be an alcoholic.
How do
working
you
there.
fucking
Probably.
drink that
Oh,
shit?
I could sue them.
They made me a drunk.
Yeah.
I keep telling you, you keep working there long enough, you're going to be an alcoholic. Also in the studio tonight with us, a very, very political man. He served 4 terms in the meme wars of 2016. 4 tours.
I was a general in the
Yeah.
fucking.
Back then, when it was Mame Wars.
He is the one, the only cuckboy extraordinaire, Mr. Bruce Leonard.
happening?
You fucking see it, man. Just fucking hanging out.
Dude, I went to that place
What place?
called the Melody Inn
The Melody Inn?
in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You were
And
there
then
on
if you
Tuesday,
live in
right?
Indianapolis, you need to hang out at that fucking place.
Is it a cool fucking joint?
Yeah, there's a punk bar, old school punk bar.
Oh, no shit.
yeah,
Dude,
man.
I like to go
it's
there.
been there since like the
Oh.
30s.
I T&B'd
Really?
that one.
So it's like.
So it's like a CGB.
Oh,
like a
yeah.
CGBGs, I think it's how you say
Yeah,
it.
like CBGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Just
cool.
like that. They had Dick Dale coming in. Like, dude, they got good acts even.
Damn. Was it like half a strip club?
They wanted
too?
$40 to see Dick Dale, but you're gonna be like
Right there.
25 feet away from him.
Jesus
maximum.
Christ, your phone is blowing up.
Yes.
It's all the Trumpelos
Yeah.
sending him hate mail.
But that's cool, man. It's an old punk bar.
My
Dude,
phone
I,
is blowing
I, dude, I want to go to an old punk bar just to see,
I'm getting
just
more,
to check
more
it
and
out.
more popular on my phone. I'm gonna get the critical mass soon where I'm gonna have to just turn off notifications. 'Cause my phone just blows up all day, constantly.
Well, it says we have 6 viewers, so if you are viewing right now, please drop us a comment. Be like that Sahara app, except you won't be anonymous.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about the Sahara
Yeah,
app thing?
Fuck that.
People are posting
I heard
like
of it, but
anonymous fucking
I don't know what
messages
it
to people.
is, really.
Basically, it's an app.
People can talk shit
I'm
about
not
you.
going to go into the details of how it was created or whatever, but all the kids are hip to it this week. It's basically like you can go and send somebody an anonymous
Marissa's daughter
message.
had it, I think.
You're like, you're a piece of shit, or
Yeah.
I fucking secretly love you,
Right,
stuff
right. Some
like
people,
that.
were, some people were
Yeah.
telling her they loved her, and then somebody was like, "You suck," and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical shit. But yeah, do that. Except it's not anonymous right now on the YouTube.
But what's the
live
point
feed.
of that?
Just for people to talk
People be
shit.
assholes. No,
I'm just saying, like,
Cyberbullying.
Why
It's
do you
fucking
want?
stupid.
Why do you want a personal feed where
Yeah.
people just fucking?
Talk shit about
Yeah,
you. And you
anonymously.
can't defend yourself.
They just troll you anonymously, like fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's my big thing with this.
what's the point
And
of it?
It's the reason I haven't signed up is because if you're gonna talk shit to me, I would rather you do it to my face, or at least like directly on my page, so I know who you are, and I can adequately defend
That's why I
myself.
hate the fucking the trolls that don't have
Yeah.
a real picture and shit.
Yeah.
It's like some cartoon or something, and they're like talking shit. You're like,
Right.
you can't even tell me who you are, you fucking piece of shit.
The keyboard cowboys that are fucking pussies and don't want to.
Yeah,
talk,
that
talk
when I
shit
go
directly
trolling,
to you,
I'm
yeah.
trolling, but my name's right there, my face is right there. You know who I am. It's like.
Kind of.
Marissa said nobody said she sucked.
Hey,
Fair enough.
Bruce in the doghouse.
Whatever.
Speaking of Marissa,
Somebody said something negative.
I think this is just fucking hilarious. Bruce, I don't know if you were wanting to talk about this or not, but I think it's fucking great. You've actually mailed her a box
you're
of your
laughing.
clothes.
Yeah.
That is just why.
I would have laughed if he gathered up a bunch of dirty underwear with it, had skin marks in it. I'm like, here you go.
Well, I
He
don't
didn't notice
understand
it.
why you were like, oh wow, like
Yeah, I mean that's
so she could like sleep in my shirt or something. Yeah, like what's the big deal?
But you said over
We
Messenger,
live far away.
you were like,
come on.
so she
I
can
was
smell
joking.
you.
I was kidding. Or you're gonna take everything I say literal?
Well,
all
yeah.
Of a sudden.
Oh man.
So was it so she could sleep in your clothes and smell you and like get used to your funk?
I guess.
This motherfucker stinks. He ain't coming out here.
We've never even met.
Have you worn the clothes?
What is the big deal?
And then like it's just I've never heard of
So if
anybody.
she said
First of all, have you ever been with somebody that you've never met?
Is she a tracking
He
dog?
lives far away.
So like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
so like if you you get lost, she can track you down, right?
Like a bloodhound.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We should start mailing out shirts of all of us to just random people. Be like, hey man, if I ever go missing in Sacramento,
Here's my shirt.
yeah, here's my shirt. Give that to the police.
You know what I've never had is friends I can't tell anything to.
We love you,
This is a
dude.
totally new experience for me. Like usually it's your friends, you're like, hey, you're my friends. I think I confide in you, and then you just fucking blast everything I say.
I didn't say it.
She said he gave me the shirt off his back, and then a couple of comments down, and she said, he said what? so you could smell him, and like I don't know. That's
Nah,
what
Bruce has said nothing but good things about you, Marissa.
Yeah, he's never said anything
he's
bad
crazy.
about you.
He's crazy about you.
But I don't know. I've never. I guess because I've never been in a relationship with somebody who I've never met before.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's like people that I know on
That's
the
hard.
internet.
I can see it's hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
So it's like, hey, there's my shirt. Like it smells like my cologne or whatever I wear, whatever. Like, hey,
Old Spice.
I don't wear Old Spice, but I'm just saying.
Like,
that's the point of it, really.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
okay, then you feel closer to somebody,
Yeah.
even though I'm not there.
I just. Well, like I said,
Jared's like, huh?
I've never been in a situation with somebody before.
Neither have I.
I
This
know,
is all
but
new to me too.
It's new to me too, and I'm trying to figure that out.
I'm gonna
I was just kind of
track
like,
somebody
what?
down at the post office and be like, look for this package and shit in it. Nah, I'm just kidding.
The only person I can say that I'm really like friends with that I've like talked to on the phone that I've never actually met.
Daryl.
Daryl,
yeah.
Daryl, I've already got your
Oh,
address.
Slevin?
Send
Yeah.
me some shirts, man.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna go above and beyond. I'm gonna send him some dirty underwear.
You should.
Slevin, you got one big. It's gonna be a huge package because I wear big underwear, like from like the
gonna be
1800s and shit. Yeah, it's gonna be like a huge box of like dirty underwear.
then when
and
he's
socks.
performing on
Granny
stage.
panties.
Yes.
And when he's performing on stage, shoot him out of like a t-shirt cannon.
Oh, that'd be
And
hilarious.
then troll people and think they're t-shirts and they're dirty underwear.
Fuck yeah! I got this free shirt. Oh, skid marks.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All right.
All right,
But
let's
yeah,
change the subject.
that's really about it. Yeah.
Sorry, Marissa. Bruce loves you.
I do
All right.
love her.
We got some more.
All right, here's the deal. We're going to get into this.
Yeah. So
I'm at work, right?
yeah, I was gonna say, Bruce has like an inside guy. We're not gonna reveal our source here,
No.
but he's got an inside man
I do.
who has been feeding him, like tunneling all these leaks,
Yes, Trump.
so to speak.
You better watch out,
to
man.
him.
Sessions will
And
come
to tell
get
you the truth, I've been ahead of the news stories that are coming out. Like, and I kind of told you some things.
Yeah.
And everything this guy told me has come true.
Right.
Now, it hasn't always been like the next day. Sometimes be a week, 2 weeks. Yeah, no, see, you got your hat on. That's fine. You're gonna want to take that off after I tell you this stuff.
Hey, I'm just hoping for a piss video, man.
All right. Well, here's the deal. If
They
there's-
better get a piss
if there-
video
if
out
there-
of all this.
if
I
there-
know.
Listen, here's the deal. If there is a piss video, that shit is coming.
I hope so. I want that shit on eFucked in a
Now,
month.
I don't know if there is one, but if there is, I'm pretty sure when this is all over, they're going to throw it out. They're going to put it out there. Like, Putin's not going to sit on that.
So what's the scoop here? Break it down for
All
us.
right, I'm about to tell you. So I'm at work.
God, that beer's nasty. Keep
Yeah,
burping
I
it
know,
up.
dude. It's bad.
Both of them.
So I'm at work, right, and I get this message.
Right. From your source. From your inside man.
Yes, and he says, holy shit, a bunch of shit's going down.
So
okay.
can your source like hook me up with some good stuff?
So what's going down? What?
Can
So
you-
here's what he said.
Can you get me Chelsea Clinton's number?
Trump, now you know he's going on his vacation. 17 days.
17 days of him at a golf course,
Yeah.
basically.
I don't think he's going to be on a golf course.
Well, he's gonna be held up in a golf course.
Oh, yeah, no, he's going to be held up in
so
a
you don't
room
get shot.
trying to figure out what he's going to do with his life.
So you're saying the vacation, the golf course vacation, is fake. That's
yes, here's the deal.
That's a cover.
Yeah, here's the deal.
Okay.
Trump's meeting with many figures in regards to his presidency. The vacation is a ruse. All top experts are weighing in. And here's what's happening. Trump has been given some of the evidence that they have against him. It's apparently enough to show him that he's finished. If he fights, he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. And all of his children, except for Tiffany and Barron. They're not involved. But Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, they're all involved.
Can you say prison, bitch?
Yes. So the negotiation is beginning. Word on the street is that if he resigns and admits everything that happened, they will allow him to pardon his family. But his entire staff is going down.
Even Sessions?
All for perjury. No criminal wrongdoing will be pursued. They're going to get them all on perjury because they all lied.
Christopher Estep says Bruce has a deep throat.
Yes, pretty much. Pence is the wild card. They want Pence to resign too. But they have 30 years of Russian crime against him right now.
Against Pence?
No, against Trump.
Oh,
I was going to say, Pence.
Remember what I said a long time
years?
ago? Where did Trump get his money from in the 80s when the banks cut him off? No one would give him money because he was bankrupt so many times.
Right.
He got money somewhere. Where did he get it from?
Russian mafia.
Mm-hmm. Russian mafia. He's been tied in with them ever since.
Maybe this is just me not being political and not really giving a shit and voting for Trump to be the ultimate troll move ever. What does Russia gain by being...
Well, here's the deal.
I mean, like overall...
We're going to get to this.
Sanctions?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to get to this. Here's the deal. Almost resign. If he doesn't resign, it'll become a Supreme Court nightmare. Because they have the verifiable proof that over 75,000 votes were changed in the 3 states that we've previously discussed.
Thank you, Brandon Parker. I love you, man.
You know he's watching.
Because he loves my hat.
Yeah, no. Trump alone.
Trump fan?
Yes. The entire U.S. military hates Trump. Trump tried firing the generals. The military told him to fuck himself. This happened the other day in a meeting with Afghanistan, when they talk about Afghanistan. He tried to talk about firing the Afghanistan commander.
Right.
And the general's telling him to fuck himself.
Dude, I really love
Same
Afghanistan animation.
When he did the...
Johnny Chimpo.
And that's the deal that's been put on the table. But this investigation has been going on for 4 years. So here's the deal. Remember how this all started? And all the Trump lovers were pissed off. Well, why are they surveilling Trump? Because there was already investigation going on about the Russian mafia. And they're headquartered up in Trump Tower. So Trump Tower was already under surveillance. Flynn got caught up in that investigation that was already happening.
So Trump was under...
No.
He was like wiretaps and shit.
They were investigating the Russian mafia that was in Trump Tower.
Okay. I can follow that.
Yes. So they already had Trump Tower under surveillance. Now, he starts running for president. Flynn starts talking on the phone to these Russian people, and he gets caught in this surveillance that's already been going on. And that's how this all started in the first place.
Is that why he's like, Obama tapped my phone?
Yes,
blah, blah, blah,
yes,
blah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But the FBI had already been tapping his phones for several years previous, apparently.
Well, if they had something on him fucking several years ago, why didn't they bust him then?
Well, here's the
That's what I
deal,
was
dude.
wondering.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, first of all, that's how investigations work. You know how long it took them to get the mafia?
They wait
And they
till they
sit
get
outside.
like the biggest
Yeah,
nut.
they watch all this shit. They watch crime happen even.
Yeah.
They don't do anything.
Right.
They just keep watching, keep gathering evidence.
Right.
Because they don't want to pull the trigger before they got enough shit to know they're going to get conviction.
Well, okay.
So here's the deal.
All right, I'll let you finish. I got questions.
No,
yeah.
go ahead.
I
want to hear your question.
If all this is coming to light over the last 6 months or whatever, and the Russians know that everybody's onto them, why don't the Russians just fucking pull out?
Well, it's already... You know how long they've been setting this up?
I mean, no.
Apparently they've already had Trump. They've had Trump on the hook for 30 years.
Right.
So they finally get their guy and push him all the way to... He's right there. He could be the president of the United States.
Right.
Are you going to back out of that?
But
After you've been working on that for 30 fucking years? How many millions of dollars you put into it?
If the jig is up, Yeah.
That the jig wasn't up until it was already up.
So, like what Jerry said. So
they got caught with their hand in the jar.
What's the gain besides the sanctions?
Here's
the
deal.
What does Russia gain?
Here's the deal.
Okay.
They sold him on clearing all of his debts if he ran for president. He says, if Trump suddenly becomes ill, don't be shocked. It's all part of the plan. They're putting on the table. Let him walk away and pardon his family. But they want full cooperation against everyone else. The list is very long. For starters, everyone in the Republican Party that took campaign money. The deal is that Mueller doesn't want to burn the country down. And burn it will. Almost all top Republican senators and House members took Russian dark money willingly. Have been for over 20 years.
Did you have a list of
the Florida election? He didn't send me a list, no.
Damn it. I want that list.
The Florida, Ryan's on it.
I don't give a fuck about him. I only care about one guy, and that's it.
Who do you want out? Mitch McConnell?
No, I want him out.
He's already on the fucking list, too.
I want him out.
But those stories are in the media right now.
The only guy I'm talking about, the only guy I care about, I like, is Rand Paul. I don't want him on there.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't
think that he's involved in that.
I don't think he is either.
Because he's not like
cool,
big-time
right-wing.
GOP.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, have been for 20 years. Remember the Florida election? It was weird in 2000s? Hanging Chad. Hacking. Republicans knew that.
How do you hack a hanging Chad?
No,
hanging?
not that. There were voting machines as well. I
don't
really know.
I always thought I know there were voting machines, but I thought they were like the voting machines.
No, not the hanging Chad. He's just using that. He's just using that as an example of that election.
Yeah, but
that's what it was known for.
I thought the issue in Florida was that the machines that punched the holes in the machine
didn't punch them all the way through.
Well, there was also all the Jews that voted for Pat Buchanan.
He was just talking about people hating on Jews. They're all fucking Jews voting for Pat Buchanan.
But they all voted for him. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Because they did the ballot.
I was like in middle school.
Oh, well, anyway, so they counter with Republicans knew that their days were numbered, which I've been saying for a long time. They counter with gerrymandering and partnering with Russia to hack the voter rolls. Now, the election of 2000 is past history. No one will talk about it anymore, but we all know it's true.
Was the election of what, 2000?
They've been washing Russian money. Trump been washing Russian money since the mid-90s. So he had no choice. The Russian mafia is no joke, man. You know what they do to people they don't like. Which we all know that. So they came to him in 2014, laid the plan down. He would run. They would help. They would also funnel more money into Republican politics to help control it all. In turn, his debts would be forgiven, and he would be safe. But he would have to lift the sanctions against Russia.
Yeah. Which didn't happen.
Pull out of Syria, which he's already done, which allows them to build that pipeline they've been wanting to build for God knows how long. And they got that. That's why I said I posted that story last night. They're building that pipeline through Syria. Because Trump basically stepped back and gave them Syria. Now, that's all part of the plan, dude. Chess game. It's a chess game, man.
So what's the end game, though?
That's the end game, dude. They build a fucking pipeline to run oil and gas through Syria to the fucking up.
That's it?
Billions of dollars. And the sanctions that are against them.
So what are the sanctions against them?
Yeah. I don't know what all that is.
Okay. I know they blocked this.
There's all kinds of banking sanctions and shit. They got a bunch of fucking money, frozen assets.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
So it's just they just want a whole lot of fucking money. That's it. They're not trying to invade the U.S.
What is everything about in this world?
Well, everything's about money. Yeah.
Exactly.
But like when I think
and influence and power
as like the common, I guess you could call me a common folk, although I'm pretty uncommon. Like when I think, oh my God, Trump's in collusion with Russia. What's going to happen? I'm thinking like, holy shit, Russia's trying to infiltrate our government and take us over. We're going to be
this is about world domination, dude. It's about risk.
Well, yeah, that's what
I'm saying.
You ever
played Risk?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but
yes.
But you said it's all about money. It's not so much about them coming over here and invading us.
No, it's about influence in the other countries and billions and billions of dollars in resource money.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're not going to be walking around with like, red stars.
No, it's not Red Dawn shit. It never was that. I never did say that.
I know. That's what I'm kind of.
I know, but stop calling ammo.
Of course, that's what you want for zero Trumpelo.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, Trump's included.
Anyway, so
Russia,
basically everything we've been talking about for over a year. Congress knew what the fuck was up. That's why they wrote that sanction bill and forced him to sign it.
Yeah.
And why they cock-blocked him from making recess appointments while they're on recess. Because he's basically fucked now. He's lame. He can't do anything. They're not gonna do anything for him.
Could Russia potentially overtake our country?
No.
They couldn't?
I guess if you went to the front gate and opened the door and let them in, I guess.
let me ask you this: does Russia have like universal health care?
Mexico does, which blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's shitty.
Probably better than ours.
That's just somebody's arguing today. It was like, it was not that good. It's like, yeah, but if you live in a cardboard box, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone in Washington knows the deal, man. The military are the ones that have been leaking. Generals have been doing it the whole time. Which is why it's continued to happen and they can't stop it. No matter who they fire or get out of there. Like, the leaks.
It's like the military generals?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and the grand jury is a big deal. They're trying to figure out how to handle this all.
How the fuck does the military know
We're talking
about,
about something that's
shit?
never happened in
Like
the history of this
FBI
country.
Oh, they know about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
From what I'm being told, the military...
Roswell.
They do know about
Listen,
Roswell.
from what I'm being
Chicken
told,
fries.
the military has been keeping
Heat-seeking missiles.
Barracudas.
Barracudas.
tight strings on when things get released. So he's going on vacation. And while he's gone...
Sean shoes.
What?
Nothing.
The fuck are you talking about?
I got a Russian butler.
Sean shoes.
Shines my nukes.
What is that?
It's from Pineapple
Pineapple
Express.
Express.
Oh, jeez, I should have known. I can't believe you remember that movie.
Oh,
Dude, we
I
fucking
love
watched that movie
flick.
a million times,
Yeah.
man. We
I
love
know,
that
but
movie.
aren't you high when you watch it?
No.
I mean, I've watched it sober.
Well, what the fuck kind of lame motherfucker watches a stoner movie straight?
Lots of people.
We do.
That's lame,
Between
man.
that and the interview, I could quote them both
Yeah,
all day.
pretty much.
I haven't seen that.
The interview? Oh, it's great, man.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Kim Jong-un for life.
One by one, people will be strung up if he doesn't agree to the terms already laid down. They've already sent him the terms. They want him and his team gone. They want Pence gone. Ryan and the rest. Dozens of people.
So who the fuck? So all right. So break it down. Who's gonna be the new president? He's gonna be the new
No,
vice.
we were just talking about that.
He's
And-
gonna be
no,
the
but
new-
listen, here's the deal. Unless you see that list, you don't know.
I know, it's
We've already
fucked
gone
up.
all the way down to Orrin Hatch in a previous discussion.
Which was Utah, right? Is there some
Right.
Utah? Yeah.
But I'm saying he's the
He could be in it.
He's like the pro tem of the Senate or some shit. So he's like down on the thing. But if he took the money, that's what me and Marissa were talking about on the way over here. If he took the money too, and he's on the block, then he goes. Then I don't know who's next.
My boy Rand Paul's next. I'm just
He
kidding.
just wanted Rand Paul to be the president.
I do, man. He's
Why do you
fucking
like
awesome.
Rand Paul?
I just
He's
do,
a fucking
man.
jackass.
How is he a jackass? How is he a jackass?
I like half of what
Well,
he
you want
said.
fucking Bernie Sanders to
No,
be
like
fucking
he
president?
wants Obamacare, or he wouldn't sign the Obamacare release because it doesn't go far enough to take shit away from poor people.
What?
Like Rand Paul's like totally like
Because
he
made
would
up
just get rid of the
he's made
government.
up the best plan that he fucking anybody ever had. He had the
What?
best plan out of anybody.
What?
It was his plan that he had.
What?
He had the best plan out of anybody.
Of what plan?
Of the healthcare plan.
His healthcare plan
His
is
healthcare
huge.
plan that he had was the best plan anybody's written up. And they didn't vote for it.
It was bigly.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Well, what was it?
I don't fucking care.
It was
But
so
he did,
good.
though.
I
But he
don't even
did.
remember it.
He read it while he was high as shit.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I can't fucking remember a fucking bill. It's like 40 fucking.
He's like I said.
Thousands
I
of
agree with
pages
him
long.
half the time. I agree with him. I mean, he says things that I like, but then
What's wrong with
too
small government?
Ultra libertarian. Like,
That's what I.
where he wants
what
to,
I'm talking about.
He's one of those like, if you starve in the street, it's your fault. You know, people. And I don't get down with that.
Yeah, just you just want to give free handouts and shit, right?
No, but I don't think that people should be starving in the streets in the richest country on earth. No, I don't think that. Anyway,
How much in debt is Russia?
Anyway, here's the deal.
Probably a lot.
More than we are?
So if Trump stays, they all burn and we have a massive constitutional crisis. Or Trump pardons his family, Pence and Ryan and others step down. They all admit and fully cooperate. Then the real trickle-down effect will start. Gerrymandering is ruled unconstitutional, and watch Democrats storm into power. And I said, or there's
Bruce would love
and
that.
I said, or there's a coup. Because if Trump stays there, and the generals really don't like him that much, and he refuses to leave, and all this shitstorm's going down, who knows?
Because I'm sure the generals love Democrats.
Generals just push him right the fuck out. Like if you go back to the election episode that we did with your fucking crazy friend.
Aaron Flanagan.
Yeah, Flanagan.
Yeah.
If you go back to that episode, I brought that up about the military coup.
What do you think? I wish Aaron was here to talk about this right now. What do you think?
She has some numerology to fucking shit
kind
on,
of.
She's flat earther, so yeah, her argument's invalid.
Technically, yes.
Yes.
But I wish she was here for this. A lot of people are saying this full eclipse that's coming up is like a signal of something like coming to an end, and they're saying that it's Trump's end. I wish I knew her thoughts on that. Have you guys heard about the eclipse?
Yeah, I heard about it. I want to watch it.
Kentucky's the best place to see it. And I didn't
Western
ask
Kentucky.
you yet, but I know, but I want to drive there.
Good
you guys,
luck.
No, you guys don't want to go?
Fucking hotel's been sold out for like
we don't
years,
get to stay in a hotel. We fucking live here.
Don't matter.
Drive down there, watch it, and drive back.
Every fucking state park area where you can watch that, it's gonna be
probably gonna be packed as shit.
Dude.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to park anywhere.
Dude,
that shit, people have been playing
can
this
I tell
shit
you
for
something?
years.
First of all, can I
YouTube.
tell you something?
No, fuck
it's
you.
the sun.
Done.
Like, no matter where you're at, you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter where you're at, you can see it.
We can go down there and pull over the side of the highway and look at it.
Have you not seen the map where?
Why has always got a reason why you can't do some shit?
What do you mean you can't do some shit? There's a map. There's a specific map where there's a perfect spot for it.
Yes.
Okay. So all I'm saying is you can't fucking just park on this fucking side of the road and look at it. Plus, you can't look at it with your fucking with just your eyes anyways. You got to wear glasses.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna,
well, you're gonna bring
stare
glasses
at the
with
sun.
you.
Doesn't it last like 90
minutes? You're
minutes?
gonna drive all the way down there and be like, "Fuck, man, we forgot the glasses."
Probably. A lot of fucking people, probably.
Like, we just drove 3 hours. Fuck, there it is. Oh, there, I didn't bring the sunglasses.
I just go buy some cheap welding goggles from fucking
you think
Harbor Freight.
You think that would work?
Oh yeah, that would work. Welding goggles would probably be good if they're not too dark. Like if they're those green ones, I think those would work fine.
I don't know.
Anyway,
it's a good idea though.
If they try to prosecute him and he tries to stay and pardon everyone,
Still
then
talking about that?
Who knows?
Nothing I'd say. I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking with you.
It's only the future of the country.
I know. I'm just
not a big deal.
Going. No, just keep going. I'm just fucking with you.
But what? Going back to the eclipse
yeah, that's
here.
A big deal.
What do you think that the eclipse is gonna like
signal the apocalypse?
The end? No, just like the end of Trump.
The Trump apocalypse.
Yeah.
Trump is done. He's finished.
You think
the very fact that there's an eclipse, like right when all this shit's going on, is just even more like.
You think he's gonna turn into like a crunched up bag of Cheetos?
Historically, like flaming out, like in a way that no one has ever.
Dude, you knew this. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew when like.
Well, I knew it was gonna happen, but not like this. Not like
just
this.
even the fact that when he was like talking about running for president, I was just like, Trump's gonna run for president. It's gonna be a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it was gonna be a fucking joke. Like. I think everybody's got to know it was a joke, but people are like, yeah, I still got it. Yeah, he's fucking Trump. Like, I was watching him when he was in West Virginia yesterday. You got them all those old white people back there like, yeah, women for Trump and jobs and shit. It's like, dude, come on. Like, this dude's a fucking joke. He can't talk. We're going to bring so many jobs. Coal jobs. It's already proven that coal is not the fucking way anymore at all. It's like, this dude's a fucking idiot.
Take all
we should have saw this coming.
If he wanted to make an impact, he should say something like, "We're gonna take all these coal miners,
help them build the wall,
and we're gonna teach them how to do solar energy." That'd be the best thing he could do.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and we're gonna do it huge.
Yeah.
Did you see the Tesla roof?
Yeah, it's cool.
That is pretty fucking cool.
It's expensive right
now.
You
have big ass fucking battery in your house.
But I'm saying when they put that stuff out, it's expensive, but it'll get cheaper.
Oh, it'll get cheaper.
Eventually. Eventually, people can afford it. It's going to change the world, man. The world is changing. See, this is the problem. The world is changing very fast right now.
Right.
Right? Trump lows represent people that don't like change.
They don't like change.
They're like clutched on. Yeah, gay marriage scares me. Muslims scare me.
Legal marijuana scares me.
Build a wall getting off of oil scares me. Electric cars. What are you talking about?
Drug war. Yeah.
You know, I like to go down in the coal mine and breathe dust all day. That's all I know, you know. And that's what they represent. And that what you have going on right now is a culture war. I mean, it's really, it's the future versus the past. I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah. It's so far to the point where they try to roll it back, it's not going to be able to roll it.
Well, they can't. Do you see what happened?
Yeah.
They ran. That was one of their biggest things. We're going to get rid of Obamacare. First thing we're going to do. That's what they said. You see what happened? They can't do it. They can't even get their own guys to vote for it. Why? Because more people want it than don't want it. They can yell and scream and say that all day. It doesn't matter. More people want, just like more people want a gay marriage. More people want pot legal now. More people want, they don't want to change, but more people want this change. So they can't stop it.
What's the name?
It's like holding your fucking feet and trying to stop a boulder from rolling down a hill. Yeah. It's not gonna stop.
What's the guy's name who's trying to get pot legalized?
Cory Booker.
Cory Booker, yeah.
New Jersey.
Do you guys think he stands a chance getting it legalized?
I don't know.
I don't know. He had
I hope he does.
He had the act.
I hope that they take it off the schedule too.
Yeah. Well, that's all in with that bill.
That's all part of the plan. Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about that.
I'm all for it.
I am too. But he had the act with Rand Paul and what's her name, Gillibrand, what her last name or whatever. They had the medical one, but that didn't pass. But I mean, like I said, he's been working towards that for a while. But I mean, there's a lot of people that have introduced. What else legalized?
It's just like Bernie's single payer bill. He's gonna put it out there, but they ain't gonna fucking pass it.
Yeah.
No.
You know? But he's gonna put it out there anyway. I mean, and I don't blame him.
The only person to vote for his was him.
That's how you gotta do it. Just keep putting it out there until
eventually
people, you hope. But
I think I saw a stat the other day. I think they said
they could get the Republican majority out and get Democrat majority.
It'll happen.
Pass that
it'll happen.
They could pass it.
Yeah. If they get them all out of there, yeah.
Well, I'm saying they could pass that bill, but until then, no. Because Republicans, that's what I'm saying. Republicans represent now. Now, Republicans there used to be some sensible, like Kasich, people like that, they're still around, but they're a fucking dying breed, man. What you got now is guys like Tom Cotton and fucking, the other guy, Trey Gowdy, all these ultra right-wing Tea Party fucks like Steve King and fucking...
hey, Stephen King's a hell of a writer. You leave him out of this.
There's another guy, I can't remember his name, the fucking jackass.
Johnny Knoxville.
But no, they're just all these Tea Party fucks. The ultra right-wing people. The alt-right even. Like, that's who the Republican Party has become.
Oh, I remember part of the
extreme.
I remember part of the healthcare bill. It was to buy cheap health insurance. That's part of it because that will lower the premiums. That's what it was.
That was another question I had here.
that was part of it. That was his plan.
That was part of it.
I want you to go out and buy cheap health insurance.
No, that's what it is. It's buy cheap health insurance.
I'm Rand Paul.
Yeah. But it's not the full thing. That was the big part, though.
Another question I had, I was thinking about before the show. You were talking about like the right wing, the alt right, and stuff like that. What does the alt right get out of the whole Russia thing?
Power.
But
that's what they wanted. But you see, they're so fucking incompetent. Even when they have the power, they can't fucking do nothing.
Is Russia like a predominantly like racist country? Like,
yes,
they are. They're like
Putin and people in charge are. They're fascists. Yes.
Oh, okay.
They don't like
gays. They're nationalists. Yeah. Yes, just like Bannon or whatever. Nationalists. That's what they call them. In America, you call them white nationalists because we have a diverse population. But in Russia, they're just nationalists.
A nationalist would just
if you're not Russian, fuck you. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if the alt right here in the United States, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would a nationalist group here, like, if you're not American, get the fuck out, want to team up with somebody not American?
Because they want the same thing in their country. They want all these countries to be like them, where they're all nationalists and they all fucking stay in their own little place, and they're trying to stop the world from happening. Is really what they're doing.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
So, why doesn't it?
Let me ask you this.
It doesn't make sense that
they have the same fascist ideology. So why wouldn't they work together to promote that fascist ideology?
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to me for us to want all the countries around the world to be just like us and like hate everybody from another country. Just doesn't seem very worldly, I guess. Maybe that's like the whole alt-right thing. I don't know.
That is the whole alt-right thing.
So they just
want
want
to build walls to keep people out and keep people in.
Right.
We don't want mixing. You know, we don't keep the Muslims out. Keep your religion to yourself, and we have our own religion. And I don't understand why you don't get it.
I mean, I guess it does, but it seems like, to me, it would seem like the white supremacists and the alt-right.
No, it's become more like what it is all these white countries built or banding together because they're afraid of Islam.
So it's just white countries. It's not so much a nationalist.
Well, Europeans, they're afraid of Islam. They're afraid of the Middle East, you know, and coming up into their shit. Their butthole. And that it's going to assimilate their culture. I guess you haven't spent enough time listening to these people talk.
Yeah, I don't really follow the alt-right.
Right, exactly. That's why you can't understand it. You know why you can't understand it? Because what they believe is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yes, it's insane.
But
that's what they believe.
What I'm saying is, like, if the white supremacists in this country, why wouldn't they want to just completely take over other countries that are the same but in other countries? You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
No.
Maybe I can't.
Because they've always been about digging in and protecting their own shit.
Yeah, but if everybody's like that, wouldn't eventually the alt-right?
They don't want globalization. Don't you understand that?
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
it's all a pushback against globalization.
Are you saying that white supremacists don't want to rule the world? They just want to rule their area.
No, because you see, when Hitler got enough people together that he could try to rule the world, he did. But right now, they don't have that, do they? They're terrified of everybody else coming here and fucking us up. You know, they're afraid of it. If you listen to them talk, they're afraid that too many Muslims are going to come here and they're going to assimilate our culture, you know, and soon we won't have no culture. You know, that's a key word that Klan people have been using for hundreds of years. It's culture. It's my culture and heritage. Whatever the fuck that means.
Well, now, not to support the alt-right or anything, but a lot of people are proud of their culture. You know. And
okay, can I ask you a question? You're an American,
right?
And you're born here,
right?
What's your fucking culture?
It's a mix of all kinds.
Exactly.
Of things. Right.
So what are you fucking defending?
But
so what's their culture then? Are they just not mixed with anything either?
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's insane.
Yeah, but it's like,
if there's a mosque on your corner, Jerry, and the guy's like, I'm going to go down there and burn that mosque down. We don't want them damn Muslims in my neighborhood.
You want to know what I would do?
What?
I'd grab some popcorn and be like, this is going to be a good night. We're going to see cops and some ambulances and shit.
See, that's your culture.
Right.
Total American fucking bullshit.
Yeah. But
I'd sit there with
them.
I mean,
everybody's culture is different. But I mean, who's for you to say that the alt-right's culture is fucking bullshit and this and that? That's the same as the alt-right saying that, you know, the people from Africa's culture is fucking bullshit. You know,
believe that? No, because their whole belief system
it's kind of a double standard.
Their whole belief system is based on hating other people.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, okay? Like in your comedy bit, you say, you know, the black people got like, I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
You know, Mexicans are like, yeah, Latino pride. But then white people, you say you're proud to be a white person, you're a fucking racist. You see how that kind of...
Well, that's the point of the fucking joke, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, who are we or anybody to say, just because you're proud to be white, you're a racist?
But this is the part of the argument that people usually don't understand. Okay, get out a piece of paper, Jerry.
Does this have anything to do with science or romance?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
then
I'm good.
Statistics.
Okay.
But just get out a piece of paper, Jerry, and start writing down all the people that white people have killed and enslaved over the history of the world.
But I mean, you can't...
No, but listen. And I know you're going to say what every fucking white person says. Well, I didn't do that. Yeah, you didn't. I didn't. He didn't. None of us did. Okay?
Right.
But historically and culturally speaking, when you start looking at shit.
Historically, we're oppressed. Our ancestors historically oppressed us. That's what I'm saying. Our ancestors fucked us,
Yes,
man.
they did. They gave you a bad reputation.
Yeah. Fuck those assholes.
It's like if you had a drunk fucking uncle who diddled little girls, and because of that, people said you were a scumbag.
Exactly.
You know, like basically that's what it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's not right. Right?
No.
So why is everybody coming down on the modern white guy saying, "Oh,
okay,
well, because your ancestors did that, you're a piece of shit."
Here's the deal, though, because systematic racism still exists.
Yeah.
And as long as that still exists, people are going to blame white people for it. Period. And you see this bullshit that they were doing the other day, like Sessions going to start this thing. Like, go after colleges who've been prejudiced against white people. Didn't you see that?
Like the affirmative action
Yes!
thing?
They're trying to say that white people are getting fucked because affirmative action is fucking them over.
I mean, I could be completely wrong on this.
So you're gonna go with that again?
Well, I don't know how can I say this here without sounding like a total jackass. To take I don't want to say a quote, but to take like a scene from like American History X, when the dad, like before he died, they're doing the flashback scene, and he's talking, and he's like, you know, now I've got people on my squad who aren't qualified enough as a couple of other people who were qualified. America is based on, you know, you work hard, you get the job, you do a good job, you know, you get rewarded. And then now, because of like things like the affirmative action thing, you know, people who aren't the most qualified aren't getting that job because of that. You see what I'm saying there?
I hear that argument all the time, but then I'm always like, show me a guy who's totally sucks at his job, who's just there for affirmative action. And I've never had somebody be able to point their finger at that guy over there.
Honestly, I've never met anybody like a non-white person who got a job because of affirmative action.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I think a lot of this is myths and things that are out in the stratosphere, is propaganda. And you know, just like the food stamp thing. Hey, well, food stamps, you know, the revenue's like, no, the majority of people feeding their kids. Like, sure, you see people.
I don't know, man. I've
shit.
seen some fucked up Facebook people selling
food
stamps like crazy.
No, they're out there.
They are out there, but I'm saying there's also lots of people
that need it.
That genuinely need it to fucking eat.
So I would say, as far as the food stamp thing goes, we need to regulate it more and.
Oh, I definitely agree.
Police it a little bit better, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, then you see people who like want to get food stamps and they can't.
They can't get it.
And they're like, well, they got denied. Like, well, if it's so easy to get them, then you know how come they couldn't get it?
Right.
You know, I don't believe.
I
believe
it's
that
all about money. Like if you work and you make like over a certain amount of money, they deny you. But if you don't work, then you don't make any money. It's
always the same shit. When I was a kid, Ronald Reagan was president, and that was the myth of these welfare queens who drive up in the Cadillacs and got food stamps. You know, like, have you ever seen that in real life? No.
Oh, hold on.
But you didn't hear that shit.
We've got a Facebook comment here. The Dallas felony ring. He says. He says, you laugh about this here, but in Texas, that is a problem. White kids with perfect GPAs get passed over for kids of other races with worse grades. A girl sued over it a couple years ago.
She won?
Well, I don't know if she won or not.
Well, he's going to answer my question.
Yeah,
she won the case?
He'll come through.
So Trump said...
But here's the deal, same thing. People complain about those laws, but why do those laws exist? Because when they weren't there, they wouldn't let a black person in the fucking college.
So if Trump hates Lakers so much,
it's like a catch-22. What?
So Trump hates Lakers so much. Why the fuck's Snowden still in Russia? Why are they still letting him there?
What do you mean?
Why is Snowden still in Russia?
How come Russia hasn't served him up on a platter?
Yeah. If they hate Lakers so much, he's there.
All this hasn't quite worked out the way they fucking
what do you mean?
thought it would, has it?
What do you mean?
All this, Trump being the president.
Okay.
It's not all smooth sailing, is it? Now they're all pissed off. So why would they give him something that he wants?
But Trump gave him Syria.
One, and two, he didn't ask for it.
Yeah, that's true. They gave him Syria. He admitted that.
Because he's an idiot.
Well, yeah. But he always talked about how much he hated the Lakers, and it was like, oh, fucking Obama's pardoning fucking Chelsea Manning, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
I just want to go on record And I'm going to say this.
I kind of understand what you're saying, but I don't get the relevance of it.
I mean, you don't get the relevance of it. He has like the biggest leak in the like fucking history, and he's like, I hate leakers.
Have you seen Trump go on TV and go, "I demand them to give me him"?
He's talked about it.
Well, I haven't seen it.
He talked about it before he even was in president.
I know, but he's president now. Have you seen him go on TV and go, "I demand that you give me him"?
No, but
all right then.
So you see Snowden is in Russia, but he's in another country's embassy.
I mean, I don't understand what
he's not in an embassy.
That's what.
What is the point? Are you using Edward Snowden as like proof that he's not with these Russians?
No, I'm not saying that.
I mean, what?
He's not in an embassy because he left to go. He leaves to do interviews all the time. He left to do the interview, met John Oliver. He didn't leave an embassy. He left. He didn't stay in an embassy, so he's not in an embassy.
Are you sure?
He has asylum.
Because John Oliver,
Russia. He did not.
John Oliver was somewhere where they had.
That was just a hotel.
It's a hotel.
Yeah, I say they had.
Yeah.
But he left. They had to meet him there. They met him there.
What I was going to say a minute ago, you guys were talking about Chelsea Manning. I'm going to go on record, and you guys can quote me on this, okay? Chelsea Manning, as a woman,
does not look like a girl.
Is not attractive to me. Okay, like I have a pretty wide taste of like women that I find attractive.
Right.
Okay. On a bad drunk night, okay, Kris Jenner might be Bruce Jenner.
Kris Jenner's just an ugly woman.
Yeah. I meant Bruce Jenner.
But is a real woman.
On a bad night, Bruce Jenner might kind of Caitlyn, whatever.
Hey,
might kind of look good.
I gotta keep up my end.
But Chelsea Manning, no.
That's because I don't know, man. Like I don't think he's. I think has he had the surgery yet? I don't know, man.
Bruce or Chelsea?
He had Chelsea.
I don't
Manny,
know.
has she had the surgery?
If you listen to the right wingers, they're like, "Oh, the government probably paid for it."
Nah, he probably didn't qualify for.
He was in the military.
Government assistance.
Tax dollars.
Well, they did pay for it.
What?
He did do it while he was in there, didn't they?
You just say you don't know.
I don't know if they did, but I was wondering if he did or not.
I don't know if he had it or not.
I've heard that they did, but I'm not for sure.
I don't know if he did or didn't.
But he doesn't.
If he did, he was in prison at the time.
Yeah.
So
he's older, so even if they give him hormones, he's gonna look like and sound like a
you talking about Bruce or
I'm pretty sure
Caitlyn or
Chelsea.
Didn't we go through all this with Caitlyn Jenner thing? Isn't there some kind of time frame? Like
they say you gotta wait a year.
You gotta wait
or something.
so long before they'll do it.
You have to identify as your gender for a year. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of hormone stuff too, ain't it?
Have we ever really talked about the whole
like
gender thing?
Yeah.
Have we ever really talked about that?
It's like that Jazz. You
what
know,
about it?
You guys ever seen her? She was she was born a boy. She was born a boy, but she's always identified as a girl, even when she was like 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
Her name's Jazz, but she's just now. I think she just got the surgery, but they gave her hormones. Well, yeah, they gave her hormones before she hit puberty as a boy, so she looks like a girl. Like
right.
I guess she is a girl now, but she looks like a girl.
Right.
She looked like a girl before she even got the surgery.
Well, wait a minute.
So she had the hormones.
How does that work? Like,
she got the hormones before she hit puberty, so the hormones basically blocked it.
How does that work legally? Didn't her parents had to sign off?
Yeah, her parents had to sign off.
All right.
So her parents were okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I was gonna say, when you can't just go to the doctor. You're 12 years old. And go,
no.
I want hormones because I think I'm a girl.
Right.
Yeah. She identified as that super young, and they were like, well, whatever you want to do, we'll do it. So she is a girl now. I think she got the surgery, but when she still had the male part, now, she looked like a girl.
Here's where I stand on the whole gender identity or whatever. If you're a man and you want to be a woman, you get the surgery, okay, you're a woman. What I don't buy are these dudes walking around with full-on floppy dicks saying, I identify as a woman.
No, that's what I said.
I mean, and
that's what I said about Bruce Jenner. I said that. When he gets his junk taken off, I call him Caitlyn.
Right.
Until then, he's just a dude in a dress to me.
Yeah.
And I had people attack me on Facebook for saying that. And I was like, hey, man, it is what it is. It's reality.
Yeah.
To me. I mean, that's just how I look at it. Like, I don't call things what they're not.
Right.
And that just because you want me to call you, like you put a dress on and said, "Call me Geraldine."
Right.
That's like a bad name. Dude.
I'd do it.
I'd pick a better name.
I'd
than
call you Geraldine.
Come
But
on
I'm
now.
saying, I'd call you that. That was my grandma's name. Fuck off.
Even if I still had a dick, you'd still oblige me.
I'd call you Geraldine.
What bathroom
But
would
if
you let me
somebody
use?
said something to me, I'd say, yeah, he's over there.
See, I don't know.
And then people that get mad about that, I think too, is like, dude, your skin is too thin. If you're gonna make a life choice like that, you better toughen up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get this whole pronoun shit. The people that want to be called it and fucking hyphen or whatever the fuck, it's like, you got to call them whatever they want you to call them. Like, no, you don't.
I think if you've got a dick, you're a dude. Period. Until you get that fucker cut off or whatever.
That's why I said the person that was attacking me is like, look, I'll call you whatever name you want, and I'll support your. You want to wear a dress, you want to be weird. I'm all about that. I don't give a fuck what people do. Okay, but you want to start talking about objects and things and like what things are. Things are what they are. They're not what you want them to be. That's what's the problem with these right-wing people. They don't want the world to be what it is. They want to cram the world into this little box that they think it should be. And that's never going to work.
To go back on our affirmative action thing here, Dallas felony ring.
Yes. Did she win the case?
Her name was Abigail Fisher. She sued University of Texas unsuccessfully in 2008
see.
for race discrimination in regards to affirmative action and admittance.
Right.
Her grades were better than these other students accepted.
Right. But why did she lose the case then? What was the legal fucking...
Affirmative action. They had to
you
let
got to
her.
read the... You see, that's a problem with people. They go... You go, no, you got to read the fucking case, read the opinion, read what the judge said, and then say whether you agree or don't agree, because obviously there was some reason why she didn't win.
So all that shit your buddy's feeding you, that's all true, right? We got that as, like, proof in, like, writing. That's all. That's legit, right? I'm just being a dick here.
I know.
But what I'm saying is, like...
but I'm saying you're talking about a legal precedent, a legal opinion.
Right.
Okay. Now, it's not my place to say, like, she had better grades, right?
Yeah.
That's an undeniable fact.
Right.
So why didn't she win the case? Had to be a reason that the judge used to say, even though she had better grades, there's a reason.
The reason was I'm assuming affirmative action. They had to let these other students in. That's the law. Affirmative action is like a law, right? Like that's.
I know, but
fact.
See, I'm sure that Marissa right now is banging her head on the wall, listening, because she went to law school.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, you can't just. She's yelling at me all the time about shit like that. You gotta fucking. It's the law. So you can't just
breaking the law.
But I'm saying you can't just say, "Oh, I think that the judge said, oh, affirmative action. That's it." Like, no. You don't know what he said until you read what he fucking wrote, and you have to read what he wrote.
All right, send us the article so Bruce can...
No, I'm just saying, I would not offer an opinion on it unless I read what the fucking judge said.
I got you, man.
Because there's got to be a reason why she didn't win the case. Because you look at it on paper and you go, she had better grades, and she didn't.
Without knowing all the details of the case and just knowing that there was an affirmative action lawsuit against the University of Texas, based on what I've seen here, I would say the reason she lost was because of the affirmative action being in place. I mean, that would make the most obvious sense, as opposed to...
It does, but you don't know, like I said, the reasoning that he used to make the decision.
But it does make sense.
It does, but that's just a simplified fucking answer that you could give. Like, oh, well, that was affirmative action. So we got to get rid of that. Like, no, it's not that simple. They said when there was an affirmative action, black people couldn't get into school.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So the truth, as it always is, in the middle. Like, I'm sure that there's people who got fucked by that. Yes. But then, on the other side, there's 50,000 people who got fucked because they didn't have that protection.
To a certain
extent. So it's more
yeah.
like, okay, you got to kind of level, you got to try to level the playing field. Like, that's what the idea was behind affirmative action in the first place. Was, well, people wouldn't give a black person a job unless you forced them to legally.
That's kind of what affirmative action is.
Yes,
really, yeah.
But there's a reason why they made that law, because people wouldn't hire black people.
Right.
It's like,
But it makes...
It's like the Voting Rights Act. They just got rid of it in the Supreme Court, right? And what did Judge Roberts say at the time? Well, this country has passed beyond that, and their racism is really no longer a factor, and therefore we're getting rid of this. And what happened? It's voter suppression immediately.
So what you're saying on the affirmative action thing, whether or not you agree that whether or not you have the best test scores and you're more qualified for the job than somebody else, they should still get the job over the person that's more qualified.
I didn't say that. See, this is what happens when people have discussions like this. You're boiling down a big giant issue into like in the individual cases. You're like, okay, when you get all the way down to individual cases, yes, there are going to be some people who get fucked by this.
Blown up, dude.
Right?
Let's see here.
But if you didn't have those laws, black people be living in a fucking, rickshaw shack like they used to.
Well, our shit's fucking blowing up here.
Or like they used to have, separate bathrooms. You couldn't eat at the lunch counter. You had to go to the back of the bus, and you had to make laws to stop all that from happening. So now you're going to say, well, we don't need those laws anymore.
My bad.
We don't need those laws anymore because we've progressed past that, and you get rid of all that shit, and what happens? Just start fucking making them go to the separate bathroom again.
It says they couldn't prove discrimination in the case.
Right.
And Marissa said she was denied for inadequate academic achievement. The judge agreed.
See?
But if she had better test scores, then how could she have inadequate?
That's what because she probably took bullshit home ec classes and shit.
They appealed to the Supreme Court and lost there too.
Yes.
He said, okay, so maybe it was bullshit. Hell, I don't know. My bad.
No, but what I'm saying is this. You can't boil down a gigantic issue like that into individual cases, because when you do, you can always find a case that's going to back up your opinion. You can always find some white guy who got fucked and go, this guy here got fucked. And this is why we need to get rid of these laws.
Giving out Dutch rudders, Bruce?
No, but you know what
I thought he was going to grab your
saying.
dick and make him touch him. like touch his dick.
But you know what I'm saying.
I know, yeah.
And you can't, and then you go, we need to get rid of these laws because this guy got fucked. And like, well, yeah, but 150 black dudes got fucked before that. And, so does that make it right or even?
But should we rewrite the law and say that the person who has the higher test scores and can perform the job better should always get the job 100% of the time? Wouldn't that be more fair?
I mean, I guess theoretically, if you want to,
like
your contention is that there, like I said, is the contention of lots of people who are against affirmative action. There's lots of buffoons and oafs that have jobs because of affirmative action, while there's genius standing outside unemployed because he couldn't get that job because he's white or whatever. And like I said, you just told me you never met a single person in your life got their job from affirmative action.
But
I've asked many people.
Also live in Kentucky too.
Who's the guy in this place who has this job that shouldn't have it because of affirmative action? And nobody can ever point their finger at anybody there.
I think affirmative action's in place, but I don't think anybody ever really follows it unless you're in an area like I'm thinking like California would probably be a place where like affirmative action is like a huge thing. But like around here, like I don't know a lot of. Well,
it depends. If you got a big factory, there's probably a percentage that you have to have, mixed employees.
Yeah.
But if you have like your place, or your dad's place, you probably got all white dudes working there, and ain't nobody ever come there and said that you were racist because you didn't have a black mechanic.
Oh, you had a couple black guys there.
No, what I'm just saying.
If
you had a small family business and, it's just people working there, like I don't think the labor department's going to show up and call you racist because you didn't hire a black mechanic.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. But if you had a factory, had 500 people working there,
I get
and all you have is 500 white people, now they might say, why you only got 500 white people working here? How come you don't have... And there's probably, that's affirmative action probably dictates a certain percentage of employees they have to have
in the larger industrial or corporate world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which I'm not involved in, so that's probably why.
I don't think that they regulate down to all the way down to the small family business.
I'm sure if somebody pushed it, they probably could. Like if a black dude applied there and he was just like,
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, if he wanted to get a lawyer and start fucking with you, yeah, I'm sure that they could cause trouble for you. But I'm saying they're not just gonna come to your place and start, you know. And then, like I said, well, in a perfect world, you wouldn't have to have these fucking laws. That's the whole point. This country's fucked up, and it's been fucked up since day one. So they had to write civilization into the fucking civil code because we wouldn't do it ourselves. They had to write in the Constitution that you couldn't have slaves. It's like, what does that say about your country? Hey, we need to put this in here.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
But you know what I'm saying is that's how fucked up this country is.
Right.
And then after that, you had Jim Crow laws and all this other shit, segregation. You had to get rid of all that. What does that make? More laws. You start stacking laws and laws, and then, you know, the more laws you have, the more complicated everything gets.
So based off what you just said, I was kind of like half in space there, but I kind of caught the tail end of it. You're saying do away with laws and everything will be like easier, simpler?
No. I'm saying the more laws and codes that you have, the more complicated everything becomes.
Right.
The more, like I said, that somebody.
Is complicated a good thing or a bad thing?
It's complicated because it was fucking necessary, is what I'm saying. People wouldn't do it themselves. When people had their own choice, right, what happened? People had, fucking black people had to go to separate bathrooms. Black people had to live in one part of town. Black people had to sit at the different lunch counter. Black people had to sit on the back of the bus. Black people better not come out at night, because you know what might happen then. You know, so they had to pass laws to keep people from being fucking animals to each other, basically. Like, why would you have to write into the law? Like, actually write down. That shows you how bad, how sick your society is, that you have to write on a piece of paper that you're not allowed to tell a black person he can't come and eat in your restaurant. Or you're not allowed to, you know, that's fucked up.
How you feel about Christian bakeries not baking cakes for gay couples?
I think it's fucked up. I think if you're a baker, you just bake a fucking cake and take the money.
You're making money.
Why do you give a fuck what they're doing with that cake or what they're going to do with it?
That's true, but do you also support a person's right to refuse service to somebody?
Nope.
So, like, if
I'd say this was what I said about that. If you want to do that, that's fine. You put a sign on your fucking business out front that says, "I don't fucking serve gay people," and then I know not to go in there and give you my fucking money.
Let me ask you this. Let's say
can perfectly be legal, you know, and right to say you won't serve them.
At your place of business, I won't say the name of it, but at your place of business, let's say you're doing your job, and this obviously, like ridiculously obviously, like dude's dressed up as fucking Hitler. Okay, let's just say a white supremacist walks up to you and is like, "Hey, excuse me, sir, can you help me find this?" Would you or would you not look at him and be like, "Fuck you"?
Yeah.
And just walk away?
Certainly would.
Well, that's your right to choose to refuse somebody's service.
But I might get in trouble.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I might get in trouble at my job for doing that. I might tell him I told that Nazi guy to fuck himself, and I might get fired.
Right.
It's like, oh, he's a customer, you know. It's not your place to. That's the thing. It's like, I'm free to tell him to fuck himself. They're also free to fire me. Right. Like, so, hey, we're all free on me, you know.
But that's still your right to choose not to serve.
Yeah, but it's not my business.
No.
No, if the fresh, I'm sorry, if whatever market that you work for or whatever store you work for put up a sign that said, "We won't serve gay people," that's totally different than me as an individual employee making a decision to tell that guy to fuck himself.
Well, let's say you owned a business and you put that sign up.
That's totally illegal.
Yeah, but that's your right to choose not to serve somebody.
No, it's illegal.
Yeah, but if you... Okay, let's say you didn't put the sign up and some dude walked in dressed up like Adolf Hitler. Would you tell him to fuck off then?
I would. But if he come back and sue me, I'll probably lose.
And I
have to bake his swastika cake or whatever the fuck you want. I mean, I'm serious. But yeah, I'd tell him to fuck himself. Yeah.
But you as a person, you agree with all these Christian bakeries saying they won't.
But don't you understand is that Nazis are a bad example?
But there's still
everybody
a
hates
type
Nazis.
Of person.
That's the other part of my joke.
Yeah,
everyone hates them, even other white people.
That's
so
true.
Fucking.
But I mean,
they've chosen a bad lot in life.
Is it? Is it right?
What do you mean? Is it right?
Like,
here's my point about Nazis. Nazis are different than everybody else. Gay people don't exist to hate other people. Nazis exist solely to hate other people.
Would you say that it's the Nazi culture? Would you go far as to say it's the Nazi culture that you don't agree with?
Sure. I'll say that. I'll get on that bandwagon.
I guess the point I'm trying to make here, people, everybody watching on YouTube, everybody listening on the podcast, whatever, after it's been edited and shit. If we just mind our own fucking business and just let people live their lives, as long as they don't interact with you or
not even interact.
That's the way I live, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't like a certain group of people, I don't fuck with them. You know, I just don't fuck with them at all. Yep. And if they do, as long as they're cool with me, I got no beef.
Yep. Okay, listen, you know? I am that way with everybody in the world
except Nazis.
Yes, fuck them, because when you leave them alone, they start coming after you. Yes. Well, and you don't fight them and tell them to fuck themselves every single day. But if they grow exponentially and they become powerful, and sooner or later you see a guy fucking giving a briefing in the White House who's a goddamn Nazi. That guy Stephen Miller, fucking Nazi. I don't give a fuck what you say. That guy, go on the internet and look him up. Read up his shit. The guy's an alt-right Nazi. He's giving a fucking briefing in the White House and yelling at reporters. Calling them cosmopolitan and shit.
The guy,
all this fucking Jew-hating fucking Nazi shit. No.
The guy was talking about the immigration, arguing with the guy on CNN about the immigration thing.
Yes. Yeah. They all speak English and fucking be computer programmers. But basically, nobody's going to get in. No one can pass these standards that they're putting. Because now why they put these standards? Because they don't want people in here. And they've tried to ban them, but that got blocked. So now they come up with this bullshit.
Hold on. Do you say they tried to ban them or they tried to ban them?
They tried to Steve Bannon them. That motherfucker is the first one I want to see strung up. That cocksucker.
I want Mitch McConnell or Jeff Sessions.
Well, McConnell too.
Those would be great. Especially McConnell's pretty big. I hope he fucking...
Sessions is fucking
bitch
floating in the wind, dude.
Old turtle man. Asshole.
It's time for McConnell to go.
I never seen somebody so pathetic. Jeff Sessions. Oh, that guy just shit all over him. That guy just shit all over him. He just came out the next day and licked his nuts again.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Trump trying to do a good job. It's like, dude, he just shit all over you yesterday. Yeah. Do you not have any dignity?
No backbone. Man.
None. These guys are spineless nut lickers, man. It's ridiculous.
He'll go back to his little fucking tree and cook cookies and stuff eventually. Dude, it kills me how much he looks like an elf. It really kills me.
No, he really looks like... You gotta say Keebler
Elf,
man. He looks like that fucking little dude that wanted to be a dentist and Rudolph got old. He does. It's like, I always wanted to be a dentist.
Misfit. I quit. Why don't I fit in?
Yes,
that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck him, dude. Fuck them. Fuck all of them.
Yeah, well, he's all up in it.
Fuck him.
He was meeting him in Russian. He knows what's up.
Oh yeah.
He's going for the perjury, dude. Perjury.
What, you're for the purge now?
The purge of Trump.
I recuse myself.
Purge him.
Trump's like, God damn it.
Get the fuck out. All of them. They're criminals. That's what I'm saying.
He's a criminal.
It's politics in general, man. They're all criminals.
But this is different.
I mean,
this has never happened, Jerry, in the history of this country. And what's about to happen is unprecedented, dude.
There's a first time for everything.
Let's sit here.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like Jerry said,
buckle up.
Sit there with popcorn.
Yeah.
And just be like,
just watch it all go down. Boop. I got no horse in this fight.
You voted for it.
I didn't vote for him.
This is what you wanted.
It is, but regardless, the same shit would still be going on.
You got the show.
Somebody would
even if we didn't vote for him, man, he probably still would have won. Man.
Yeah,
we already knew that.
Regardless,
fixed.
The show.
Well, it was fixed, yeah, but I'm saying you got the show you wanted.
What do you mean?
You voted for Trump.
You got the show.
Troll
Like,
and
you
wanted the big show. Well, you got the big show.
This is it, and it still puts a smile on my face every day to see people like Bruce out there fucking. We gotta shut Trump down. We got this. We got that. And then you got the extreme trolls that just fucking roll in, and they're like, "Oh man, they got piss videos." Shit like that. Just
piss videos is number one on Jerry's list.
When I heard,
Jay
what do we want? Piss videos. What do we want them now?
Jay wants an e-fucked president.
Yeah, that's what I want. It's entertaining, and people are losing their shit over it. And it's funny for me. Like I said, I have no horse in this fight. I'm not fucking political at all. I have no political fucking power. I have no say in anything that goes on in the world other than my vote that apparently was hacked anyway and was going towards Trump. But, I mean, and none of us do. None of us have a horse in this fight. We don't control anything.
See, that's the problem.
It's all government.
That's the problem is everybody in this country thinks like that. And no, listen, what I'm about to tell you, though. If you see what just happened.
Right.
They want to pass this bullshit health care bill and take everybody's health care away.
Right.
You see what happened, didn't you?
Nobody went for it.
Because enough people got up.
Enough
people went to their fucking senator's office and stayed outside. Enough people make noise and start screaming and yelling and fucking that shit didn't happen. They killed that fucking bill. Well, no, but you're saying we don't have no power, but we do have power.
I think voting
for
senators
but you got to get collectively with other people and then you have power.
I think voting for senators is probably at least better than voting for president.
Yeah, so your local election.
Local election.
You vote for your local representatives. And you get the people that you want.
Every time we have one, I'm always out voting. Ever since I've turned 18,
I vote every election.
Every election, yep. I've never not voted in an election, even local stuff. It's fun. I like it. I enjoy it.
I even vote for city council and shit.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
I think I may run for city council.
Independence
or mayor of Independence or something.
You'll hate it.
Oh, probably. But you know what? I'll turn that shit into a fucking Trump train show. It'll be funny as shit. Like, I'm not taking money from Campbell County. All right?
I say.
I'm not doing it. I have no ties with
They got a video of a chick pissing on him at the brass ass.
No, it's Kentucky. He's like, got a horse piss video.
I did not have sexual relations with that horse.
Right.
We got videos of
Why
Jerry.
are you coming out of that barn at 3:30 in the morning?
I was merely checking the grain.
You got videos of Jerry pissing on the floor at the fucking brass ass.
Yeah.
Looking at the architecture.
Yeah. I just like the architecture.
I was just there for the architecture. I'm looking to redesign my office.
You see these arches? Look at that. That's some real craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Who brought the roast beef?
I'm going to have Arby's do a catering job. I want them to see their handiwork.
Oh, man.
Anyway, it's big shit going down. So,
actually,
I just wish.
Buckle up.
I'm guessing this guy here, we'll end on this here. Victor, is it, I can't read, my eyes are kind of fuzzy here. Is it Domete or Dornette? I don't know.
Dorn?
Yeah.
Victor Dorn?
Victor Dornette?
Yeah.
Okay. He said
he's on my bowling team.
He said you would have my vote. I guess he's talking about me running for mayor of Independence. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't live in Campbell County, do you? Because I can't have no ties.
Yeah.
You got to be an Independence resident.
Hey man, I can hack them vote machines for you, bro.
I didn't hear that.
Jerry get that white supremacist vote locked down. That haircut.
Can't wait.
Good looking out on that one, Bruce. I'm gonna grow the beard back out.
No, just use your license picture.
Yeah, that's true. That'll be my campaign photo.
Man, I just wish all this wasn't so under wraps, man. I just want to fucking know about it right now.
Dude, it's coming.
I can't wait no more, man.
Dude, it's coming.
Like,
even when it does come
right
out,
there.
If any of this is true, if they told him,
well, for him like how he is,
if they told him,
yeah,
and you know that the Secret Service pulled out of Trump Tower, you know that, right?
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, they put a trailer outside. They went outside.
Pack it up.
We were talking about that me on the way over here. It's like they're kind of like saying, "Yeah, we're here, but we're not here." It's like
even if everything that you told
we're
us tonight,
protecting you, kind of.
Even if everything you told us tonight was 100% true,
yes.
I still think the government would media wash it and it would be something totally different that would be released to the press. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it's so big now.
There's going to be legal briefings and files. And no,
yeah, but
no.
I still think they would
all
try
this
to keep all that
evidence
hush-hush.
that they have is going to come out. It's coming out. Dude.
It may come out, but it may not come out to the media.
No, it's coming out.
I think they'd still
think
try
it
to
has
hide
to.
it with something different. You know, they just say, "Oh, well, you know, Trump just resigned for no reason." You know, next here's Brad with sports.
No,
you know, I don't think they would.
No, not after all this.
You don't think so?
No, they have to.
No, man.
No, here's the deal. Because the Trump lows will set shit on fire if they don't fucking. That was my point. They got to get Trump to admit and come out and admit out of his own mouth
he won't.
that he did this shit. Know what I'm saying? Or otherwise the Trump-los won't buy it. And Trump-los will be like, oh, the media trying to take him down, deep state. All the other bullshit that they say.
But I think Trump would come out and say something totally like. I think Trump would sit down with all the people that are, you know, going to put him out or whatever, and say, look, I'll agree to come out and say that I resign for this reason, but let's not tell everybody the real reason. Like, let's tell them, you know, my health is a factor.
Yeah, but here's the deal,
like
though.
that, you know,
he's got to cooperate to help him nail all these other people.
Once he comes out and says, hey, you know, I'm going to be stepping down as president because of my health, blah blah blah.
Oh, by the way, I'm also going to be testifying against that.
Well, no, he could just say something like
half my administration.
He could just turn the tables and just say, you know, like, as Trump-los, you guys need to listen to what I say, and right now what I'm saying is you need to follow these guys now because they're in charge.
Well, if there's a list, man,
they're going to do a great job, and then everybody else do the same
all the
thing.
way down.
It's like, we got fucking poisoned on a golf trip with Trump. We're all sick. You need to start listening to this guy.
There's a list.
There's
man.
a way
It's gonna be
around
a
it, man.
Long list.
If they can hide Roswell, they can fucking hide Trump.
Oh, they
colluding with
released
the
a lot of
Russians.
Area 51 documents, man.
This is
Yeah,
big,
but not
dude.
all of them. Not
big.
all of them.
No.
The truth is out there, motherfucker. I'm
Oh,
telling
it
you.
is.
Yeah.
There's extraterrestrial, man. We ain't the only motherfuckers here.
I'm extra.
Dude,
I got an extra testicle.
I mean, that's just like, come on.
I know, right? It's like, how could we be the only motherfucker?
No, that's what I'm saying. When you look out there, it's like, there's
Fucking
no,
Earth go hard,
No, yeah, right.
We go hard on Earth.
There's no fucking way in hell.
We're the
We
only
the only
fuckers.
thing.
I know.
There's no
Ain't
way.
Dude, they're fucking infinite galaxy, bro.
Dude,
It's cool, man.
that guy, the fucking.
I wish I had my beard so I
Super
could do that.
lackalackalackalackus
Yeah.
with that fucking crazy hair.
Aliens. Aliens.
There's a sewer system here. We don't know how it got here. Aliens. It's like that's his answer for everything.
Oh shit! Well, all right, folks. That is going to be our time this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's.
Jesus, we fucking
week's
talk
podcast.
politics the whole goddamn time.
I know.
Fuck,
it
Bruce.
was a political show.
I'm just kidding. It's
Bruce
cool,
dropped
man.
the bombshell.
He
on
did
us,
drop
man.
a bombshell. I
Dropped
like
the
that.
bombshell. We argued some really good points here, and I don't know if I made any sense or not, but I tried to. You know? I tried.
Yeah.
I got some education. I can talk fluently.
No, but thanks, Bruce, man. I hope this shit's true.
Yeah. Good luck with all that, man.
I told you, everything this guy told me is happening. So I don't believe it to be fake.
We shall see. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Well,
like
if, you
Trump?
go
What
on,
if it's
if you
Trump?
go on Twitter, some of the stuff that I just told you is
Yeah.
already coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Right. More
when
on
he
the
told me,
show me.
by the time he told me from work and on my way over here, he messaged me. He's like, "If you looked on Twitter, this shit's coming out now." It's like, yeah, it's coming out.
He may have got this shit from Twitter.
No.
You never know.
No.
But anyway, that's going to be our time. Thanks. I'm not going to mention our sponsors this week because it was a pretty political show, and I don't want to step on any toes. They may be Russian. I don't know. But I'm not going to go there. But I will.
Russia's up in the vape industry.
Very true. Very true. But yeah. But that is going to be our time. Thanks everybody for watching on Facebook. Thanks everybody who commented. Thanks Marissa, that felon from Dallas. The funny guy. That's what's his name? Dan. Yeah.
Dan, yeah.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody else I missed. That Victor guy who said he'd vote for me. I'm assuming he said he'd vote for me. Thank you, Victor. Hopefully you don't live in Campbell County. And anybody else I missed. There's a whole fucking list of fucking people. But thank you, everybody, for commenting. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys shared the show so your friends can get in on it.
Go back and watch our other shows. That's
yeah,
not
go back
as political.
Go back and watch some of the other shows. They're a lot more funny, a lot less...
Dude.
politically motivated
Fucking
stuff
blown
like that.
up.
It is.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
And everybody wants to talk about politics.
Not everybody.
No, this show is not always about politics.
No,
that's true.
Definitely not.
Bruce just hyped it up like, I got Bombshell, motherfuckers.
He did. That was a pretty big bombshell.
He did.
Really.
It was a big one.
Too bad it wasn't a blonde.
I take it
bombshell.
after a seafood dinner and never call it again.
But all right, folks.
You sexist pig.
Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. We got a Snapchat. I'll never fuck with it. But hit us up on all the social media sites, all that good stuff. Share us with your friends. Please share us with your friends.
If you hate us, tell us. Don't tell us anonymously. It's just
don't
gay.
Tell us on Sahara or whatever. I guess that's how you say it.
I
don't know. It looked like Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, share us. Tell your friends. That's the biggest thing you can do for us. If you want to help us out financially, you can always go to audibletrial.com/KYHBB. Sign up. All you have to do is sign up and then fucking cancel that shit instantly. It literally costs you nothing, but it helps us. It makes us money. And like one person's done it.
I got a funny story about the Audible thing. I'll tell you here after the show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, go sign up. It's free. It costs you $0 fucking dollars. If they end up charging you for it before your 30-day trial's up,
call Russia's. They'll give you money.
Yeah, I'll let that shit slide if you get me nominated mayor of Independence. Okay? But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We are fucking out.
Love for Slip and Dust TV.
Yeah. I'm Bruce Leonard.
I just fucked it all up.
He's like, we're fucking out of here.
Fucked it up. Thanks.